Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Yeah, I'm doing stuff from bed. This is like my reflection time where I take the time to just reflect and just process stuff. And if things come to my mind, I like to share it because this channel is like one of my personal blogs where I talk about a little bit of everything. And then I have another blog that is my professional blog. But sometimes these thoughts go on my professional blog as well. But we're going to talk about the Country Wayne reviews on my Let's Review and Recap channel. It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute. And we have a lot to unpack in these Country Wayne skits. So, I'm going to do them per person. I'm not going to go into them the way everybody else do. We're going to go into them per person. So, we're going to start with Amber and Anthony and the fact of the matter that Anthony still loves Shayla. And the fact that he got upset because Ben was saying what he said about Shayla and the way that Anthony got upset. Then the fact that Anthony was there when Iman and Shayla were going at each other's throats. Let me tell you why Anthony was getting a kick out of it. Anthony was getting a kick out of that because Anthony does not want Shayla with anybody else. And he don't. He don't. He want her to be single the rest of her life. Let me tell you something. It's a lot of men out here that want you to remain single. And then once they get everything out of their system, they want to come back to the one person that was the one that got away. And that's why some of these men get these women pregnant, because they know that's going to be the person when it's all said and done, even after your kids are grown, that they going back to. And that's how some of these men be thinking. Well, Anthony ain't no different. Now, the fact that he sat there and instead of him just not getting involved because it really wasn't his problem, he still hasn't said anything to Amber about it. He still has not told Amber about anything about Iman and Shayla. And he's not going to. Why? Because he still wants Shayla to be single, because he wants Shayla to be his safety net. Just like he wants Rolanda to remain single. Just like he wants Piari to remain single. Because let me tell you something about a lot of men. They want options. I've been saying this from day one. And I've had men do this. That's how I know. My own experiences. I have men that have moved on with other women and mess around with other women. And you are what I like to call a seat filler. And that's what all of these women are to Anthony. Seat fillers. So just in case things don't work out with him and Amber, he got an option. That's what that is. Now, the fact that it came out about the money and the fact that Ben told his wife, I mean, considering everything him and his wife have been through, I'm not surprised that he told her. Then when it came to the lighthouse lady, she ain't lying. What she said was completely right. Because if you still don't trust him completely, then why did you go back? But see, that's the point. You can't go back. That is the whole moral to all of this. You can't go back to what was. It either is going to be is or what will be. So if you don't trust the person, then why go back? Because you don't want Shayla to have your husband. Now, I am thankful that she forgave Shayla and that they are having conversations. But will they ever be friends? No, they won't. But I do like the fact that there is a respect there between them. Because if she's going to be there for Kai, then there has to be some type of respect there. There has to be. But Shayla, the fact that I'll get to Shayla in a little bit, but Amber, you arguing with this woman. This business was a mistake. Just get your money back. What y'all should have said was, we'll give you $300,000. She could build something else. And that should have been the end of it. But if I was Amber, I would say, I just want my money back. Because she wanted the money, but she still wanted to do things the way that wasn't working. And it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. It just is. And you're not going to be able to get this woman to change. And she's sleeping with one of the people that work there. Lord have mercy. That's a whole nother conversation. But the fact that, Shauna lied about your sweet potato pie. I'm all messed up and I don't know why. I just want me some sweet potato pie. Shout out to Domino. I remember that song back in the day. But Amber, you should have divorced Anthony and moved forward. You and Kelvin could have been together. Y'all could have been building a life together. Kelvin would have never got with Dalen's ex, and none of that would have happened. You and Kelvin would have been together, and you could have been on your Stella Got a Groove Back. You could have been with Victor and had your Stella Got a Groove Back, but yet you decided to go on back to Mr. Anthony Dalton. A man that is shady, that is doing shady. I'm telling y'all, there's some shady stuff going on in this situation, and Amber is going to be drugged into this mess. I don't know what exactly is going on, but I think there is some illegal corruption going on that we don't know about, and it ain't going to end well. So, like I said, Amber, you going back to Anthony is not a flex. If anything, it's a reset. You going backwards, honey. And you went back thinking everything was going to be like it was. No. Things are going to be different. That relationship died when you cheated, when he cheated. When both of y'all cheated, y'all relationship been gone. The foundation of y'all relationship is done at this point. And y'all have not, neither one of y'all, both have not came to this realization. Neither one of y'all are going to counseling. And like I said, Miss Mama Brenda, I love you, but why do you keep telling this girl to go back to be miserable? Why is she going to be continuously being glutton for punishment? Why? Why do y'all keep telling her to go back? But I'm with Ernestine on this. But Ernestine, I'm going to get to you in a minute because you can't talk because you are basically Anthony 2.0 female version. But okay. But the fact that, she thinks it's a flex because you got a ring on your finger. Honey, there are people that don't have a ring on their finger and been together for 20 years. And they're doing way better off than the ones that are actually got the ring on their finger, that actually did a commitment. So again, like I said, at the end of the day, like I said, it's not a flex for her going back to Anthony, and I wish she never did. But here we are. We're here. So at the end of the day, I do appreciate the fact that she's got Keisha and she's got Danielle and the lady from the lighthouse, and she's around new people. Amber needs to be around new people that's going to keep it real with her, people that can relate to what she's going through, people that's going to be 100 with her. As for that guy that Ben introduced them to, and as disrespectful as he was, I do commend her for the way she handled it. But the fact that Anthony did not defend her the way that he should have, because it should have been her to speak. It should have been her husband. And sometimes Amber needs to let Anthony lead and let Anthony deal with that, because you're a woman going up against a man. That should have been your husband. Your husband should have stepped in. Your husband should have defended you. Your husband should have handled that. But he didn't. So if you think that man loves you the way that you think he does, he doesn't. At the end of the day, he was hiding money from you. He cheated on you. He's still hiding money from you. And he's still lying. So I don't know why everybody wants them back together, for all of y'all that are Amber fans. Why do y'all want her to go through misery and being glutton for punishment? Why? I'm just trying to understand. But no, I do not think they should be together. I think they should get divorced. I think they both should move on. I think Anthony and Shayla should go on and get back together, because them two are made for each other. Because at the end of the day, that is what he's making Amber into Shayla. I don't care what y'all talking about.